Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We are the Jamaica Young Police channel. We do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yes, today's video is totally different. As you can look on your LCD, you'll see some men dancing, and it was, if you want the original audio for this for these men dancing, we can send it to you. But that these men, they are Trump supporters. Trump supporters, since Donald Trump has been elected to president, and since then, the racists, they haven't hide their feelings towards, especially black people. We are the most hated people in the world. But sometimes they think that every black man are the same. We as Jamaican, we don't take kindly, as Jamaicans on a whole, they don't take kindly to disrespect. Easy. Yeah, Jamaicans are them totally different than other black people in the world. Yes, anything Jamaica give you, them say boy, them give you full 100. If Jamaica is a good Jamaican, you get it full 100. So as you can see, you can see the Trump supporters them, and how them behave, you understand, and them taunt and them trouble black people. So you have this little Jamaican guy now, his name is Sipho Bennett. Yeah, my Jamaican, and he's an ex-soldier. So Sipho Bennett and the 4th of July, down in the south in Florida, that's a flag with them cherish, and them worship it. Them don't even worship the United States of American flag, the national flag. That is their flag. You understand? And they had it on them vehicle, and this Jamaican guy, Mvrdēr, minding his own business. And out of the blues there comes 2 white men start bothering this Jamaican man. But you know what? We're gonna let you watch the video. You watch, you listen, and you decide, and then we get back to the meat of the matter.
Of the events leading to a deadly shooting in Dëfėńdīng Springs last week. 32-year-old Sipho Bennett, now in the Walton County Jail, charged with murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and shooting into an occupied vehicle that happened at a shopping plaza on Highway 331 South on July 4th, just after 5:30 in the afternoon. This is surveillance video taken from Yamato's restaurant in Dëfėńdīng Springs, capturing a 13-minute exchange between pedestrian Sipho Bennett and 2 men in a white SUV. News reports in Walton County identify those 2 men as teenager Caden Johnson from Freeport and 20-year-old David Brimmer, also from Freeport. At first, the men simply glare at each other in the parking lot for unknown reasons. After several minutes, the exchanges become more animated, and the 2 men can be heard shouting threats at Bennett and calling him names. The men leave briefly in their vehicle, returning minutes later. A witness tells WEAR News that they begin threatening Bennett while he's in a smoke shop. And then, gunfire can be heard off camera. Brimmer then runs to the passenger side of the SUV and gets in, with Bennett close behind. Bennett can then be seen circling the SUV and firing a shot into the driver's side window. The SUV then speeds backwards and crashes into a parked vehicle. Police find Bennett a short time later in the bathroom of a Walgreens. David Brimmer, the passenger in the SUV, is killed by a bullet to the chest. Driver Caden Johnson is shot in the arm but survives. Now, the witness at Yabano's restaurant who sent us that video says Bennett is a friend of hers, a frequent customer at her restaurant, and she says he's a good man. Now, Bennett told investigators that he believed the men were going to retrieve a firearm from their vehicle, so he says he fired first. Law enforcement did find a weapon in the victim's vehicle wedged between the seats. Now, Bennett is now in the Walton County Jail with no bond. He's scheduled to enter a plea in court on August 22nd.
So if you believe in justice, this man is an innocent man. You understand? Because Sipho I use the standard ground law, and this man should not be in custody. But you see how even when you're right as a black man in America, you're wrong. They are the one that was threatening the man, the black man, and all kind of things, and you understand? So the man used stand your ground because he thought that, because them tell him, say, why the man kill him and all them things, and reaching for gun, and him just beat them to it. And he's the one now in jail. But little did they know, them see him, yeah, because him black and him look, so them see him look dirty, them feel say, boy, him is a madman. But them don't understand, say, he's a Jamaican, that, So Sipho, Sipho Bennett, the Jamaican, him an ex-soldier, him clad some car in two crackers, them, man, in Florida, Yeah, man, and them call him the N-word. Yard man is not African American. Them not take kindly to them thing, man. Jamaican, I especially a threatening man them thing. Jamaican not take threat lightly, man. You threaten Jamaican, them know. Based on the culture and them thing there, Jamaica. Yeah, you threaten a man say you kill him, that's alone make him kill you, Jamaica. I just saw it go. So you don't tell a man at Jamaica say you kill him unless you kill him. So you tell Sipho don't say you kill him. No, man, Sipho a threat that, because you understand what I'm saying. So some Jamaicans may be more likely to act first and think later when they feel threatened. This is likely due to several factors, including the country's histories of violence and poverty and the strong cultural emphasis on courage. You have to understand, because that's how it is in Jamaica. However, it is essential to remember that not all Jamaicans react to threats similarly. Some Jamaicans may be more likely to think before they act, while others may be more likely to respond impulsively. So you don't want to play them Jamaicans, So you see this yard man, yeah man, this yard man make some crackers, man, forget, say them have gun upon them. When him start to bake it upon them, one dead and the other lucky to escape the departure lounge. Sipho bake it, man. So you understand? So cracker meet Jamaican, and you understand what I'm saying? Don't, and you can see, hey, look, what I'm to Sipho right there, for you see the man at transition, is that the man, so the culture of wickedness, reach him in America and them thing, because it's not everybody can assimilate when them come off foreign, because this man left from Jamaica as a soldier and them thing, and them come here young, and all kind of things, culture shock and go through, we don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So based on you see, say him live on the street, but he's here legally. And everybody can manage when they migrate come to America, because you go through a culture shock, Most people, that's why when most people migrate to America, it's good after a little while, them go back to Jamaica and get a breeze off and come back. Because if them continue to stay here, they might lose it, because it's a total different system, So you have to get unwind and come back to get back in the groove. And everybody can deal with it and them thing, because America want just different place in everywhere. Don't watch because you see the shows them and the glitz and the glamour and them thing. If you're not mentally strong, you will lose it when you come here. So you can see, so that's why anytime you want to know, say a Jamaican I go through a culture shock, the first thing you see him do, I start dreading. Because not to show you that his experience already, the racism and them thing. So that's why him go him lax in him. Lax is a form of rebellion. Him a rebel against the system. Racism and a whole. So it put him in a different mindset and a different mind frame. You understand? And right which what Sipho was, them the place they are a real cracker place, man. Yeah, them the hide it, And them you see the same flag right where you see right there, the flag where the racists them where them parade on, and them lose the war, you know, but them still and them lie, you know. So you understand what I'm saying? But we as Jamaican, we know, so once you see that the flag there, you know, say a racist flag that, you know, that the flag there meant to oppress black people. And one thing as Jamaicans, if you're illiterate, it all depends on the community you're from. You're going to know about the history of America when it comes on to brutality, terrorism, everything that is wicked when it comes on to black people happening in America. So we'll continue the journey. Yeah, hey look, that's how it is over here, you know. You know, we're gonna tell you the real mama papa truth. We're not gonna tell you life in the body. Yes, when it comes on to terrorism, black people in the United States of America experience all kind of terrorism. That's why I tell my Jamaicans, you know, you see the African Americans, them, you have to give them credit still, you know, because they are the one that paved the way for us to be here as black people. But them endure it, you know, wicked, you know. And the thing is that, remember that them could not, them couldn't fight back like how them would want to fight back. But boy, maybe Jamaicans, them would have to kill them off, because, you know, Jamaican people are some rebellious people, you know, because, and I know most of you listening this right now, if it wasn't for Jamaican slave, America would not be an independent country, because of the Jamaican rebellion and Jamaica, when them are burn down the plantation, them and stretch a British military. That's at the time, you know, the British are fight like 6 wars on the front, you know, in the Caribbean, because it start in Jamaica and then America. So if it wasn't that, you know, America would not be an independent country. The Jamaican slave them. But you saw how many years it took before Jamaica become independent. But Jamaica is still dependent on the slaveholders' children. So we continue the journey. You understand? So Jamaicans are most likely to think before them act, some of them, you know, while others are more likely to respond impulsively. Because, hey, look, yeah, they say that Jamaican, I remember when I was growing up on them thing, you know, now them normalize it, you know. You call a Jamaican dog. Like how I say also man, I say, boy, the man there, my dog. When I was growing up, you call a Jamaican dog. A fight that, believe you me. Boy, where I said that, oh, no, a normal thing. So you saw everything I go backwards on them thing there, you know. It's just a different era. And Jamaicans, you know, them not take insult a Jamaican, they want to fight you. I want to kill you. You understand? I just saw Jamaican, them just build different. You understand? So that's why we tell you, say, anything there Jamaican I give you. If a Jamaican a thief, he might give you a maximum kind of thief, you know. He not hold back nothing, you know, anything. When a Jamaican a lie, a maximum he might tell you, he might give everything. I saw Jamaican stay. You understand? And you know, see it. We as Jamaican, we are from a culture and everything that we're, especially people who you know, survive from the 70s until now. You know that as a people we are culturally violent. We have been cultured to be criminal-minded people. But you know, Sipho is a law-abiding citizen. He did everything by the book that them say must do in America, and him still in a jail. Because you say if Sipho Bennett was a white man, him only in a jail right now for murder, because the police them find all the gun. So the boy them did have gun on them thing. So him react the right way, you understand? But for them now, them the things the boy, it would be a walk in the park and them thing. And every black man you can see if it's trouble. Some of them, you understand what I'm saying, they made chip. And Sipho is an ex-soldier, so you don't know everything in him training come out. You understand? So you know, Sipho Bennett is an ex-JDF member him training, you understand? In America showing signs of an experience, the age and growing his first signs of not adapting to America. So when we say America, that's why we don't say America or United States of America. We just use the Jamaican dialect. Yeah, because most Jamaicans don't say America, and them say America. Because, and some people tell us it near Merry Maca. It merry, but it joke you bad, especially when you're black. Yeah, because you know people, Jamaicans who get deported or some who live here, when them come to Jamaica, them tell people about them experience and one and two little things. So some things embedded in a people head, you understand? So Jamaicans feeling threatened in their own home may be more likely to react impulsively than a Jamaican feeling threatened in public place. Ultimately, it is impossible to say how a Jamaican will react to a threat. However, Jamaicans are generally proud, resilient, and unafraid to stand up for themselves. Let me repeat that, make all of the people them in the South, and say in the South, in America, because up north, I see them thing. Everywhere you go in America. So it don't really matter, you see all the Democrat, them just as racist as the GOP, Yeah, and them even more racist too, But them do it covertly. Them not do it overtly, Me rather man make me know say him racist. Than the one that pretend say him not racist and him racist. Me experience that with them and them thing. So everywhere in America, there's no North or South America. There's just United States of America. So everywhere is the same thing that go on in America. No, me not hide nothing on them thing. I pretty up nothing on them. So boy, so all this and all that. No, I just say go on them thing. I just tell you the truth. You understand? So as you can, yeah man, but I tell you say, yeah, I think give Sipho Bennett man, him credit man, him the player. You understand? So here are some additional things to consider about Jamaicans. Cause I am a Jamaican, so I am telling you, you understand? I spend what should I? Well, it come close to. I would say I spend 57% of my life in a Jamaica. You understand? Yeah, 57%. Yeah, if I do the maths, yeah. You understand? 57 to 60%. Yeah, because it had dwindled down now. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So Jamaican culture places a high value on strength and courage. That means physically, Jamaican a player. You understand? So this can lead to a willingness to fight against perceived threats, even if it means taking risk. As Jamaicans not take threat lightly, and Jamaican, no matter who, Jamaican not take disrespect from anyone. You understand? So that's why I even tell all, my friend them who are police and them thing there. When I stop a Jamaican and them thing there, you understand? If all criminal, it's even worse. Cause them, Jamaican criminal don't think, You understand? Cause them want to make dopey. Yeah, cause them want, if them even kill one police and them get a million shot. Hey, look, you think say I police them will kill the Jamaican them the people them ill, and the Jamaican will kill the one police, and him them say as the hero. I don't know how them come by that, because remember I said the police represent the government and law and all, but Jamaican people and all, yes, some of them not in that and them thing, they don't like police, because most of them culturally to be criminal and sympathetic to criminals. Yes, I was a police in Jamaica. What you saying? A police that people in Jamaica celebrate, believe you me. Yeah man, especially if all a police were a bad police, I saw them stay man. Them rejoice as some some nice people. You understand? Yeah. So, Jamaica have a long history of violence and poverty, and this can lead to a sense of insecurity and feeling that they must be constantly on guard. Yes, as Jamaican, especially in America, you always because you know how the system works in America. So, say this brother, when you go meet up with that the flag there, them people they will worship that the flag there, and a Jamaican flag, you don't know, man. You understand what I'm saying? Them never expect that from Sipho, me know that. Because them see him as a madman, But them don't know, say, in a Jamaica, we have a thing, say, silent river run deep. Me know, say, hey, I can't bet any money between me and you. You see, up at that place where Sipho beat it upon them two white boy there. Them not trouble no black man up beside again, because them don't know if all of the black man them up beside Jamaican, Them say Jamaican now, totally different up beside, Because the Jamaican are some hothead people, You see, like how you see right now, like how in Florida, you don't need a concealed permit for walking a gun. Remember, all Jamaicans are in Florida now, where illegal have gun, I walk it gun, You think, them not easy, Believe you me, I saw them stay, What? And and like how them love gun, and the least thing, as them have nothing. And I say, hey boy, you know me? You know me, boy, Friend him say that, I tell you, so, he will kill you, At that, him I tell you, So, me can just give some little code. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you're a Jamaican, have any argument, and him tell you, say, alright, don't move, me soon come. You better leave. Him a go for him gun, because kill him a come kill you. Jamaican act, then them think after. You understand? So, you don't want to play with them. So them two guys, them two white youth and them thing, when I drink, I wrong black man and go trouble. You understand? And then go threaten the man. Nah man, him shouldn't even die jail and them thing there. So the state supposed to get involved and release Sipho, because Sipho a hero. A good job him do, you understand? Yeah, we applaud him. You know, so Jamaican culture emphasizes the importance of family and community. This can lead to a sense of strong loyalty and willingness to protect those close to them. Yeah, but we don't think that exists anymore, you know, because boy, the family thing, boy, Jamaican people and a whole, almost some of our people and them thing there, but boy, the criminal them there, them loyal to each other still, you know, but them around for kill one another still, you know, because a peer friend killers in the Jamaican circle. You understand? It is important to remember that, you know, these are just generalizations. But just I tell you about us as a people, because you know, in a Jamaica, you know, say Sipho, you know, right now, you know, Sipho is seen as a hero, you know, in a film community, you know, kind of say, oh, some white boy goes call Sipho the N-word, and tell him say I kill him. Oh, Sipho, hey, him dust out one of them, and the next one I lucky him lucky. You understand? And you look one say, hey, you see, you know, anytime you see a black man, I am telling you this, anytime you see a black man, a clean cut black man from Jamaica come to America, and you see him start wear dread, you see the dread is a show you say my rebel against the system, because the system not in line with the natural order of things. So that's why you see him have on him dread. It's a transition him go through. He might try to find himself in America. And everybody can assimilate and adjust in America, you know. America, hey, people feel say America a cakewalk and them thing there. A lot of people come to America and lose them sanity, you know. Left Jamaica good, you know. And culture shock, you know, wicked, you know. Any person who migrate from Jamaica, especially they never visit or have any experience or spend months and anything, and just leave from Jamaica and just come here, as especially adults, culture shock, man, wicked, man. Hey, me have a friend and them thing who migrate come here, man, and almost lose it. Yeah, man, I have a baby him on the phone and one and two little things, and you understand, him good now, you know. You understand? So, not all Jamaicans will rock the threads in the same way. However, Jamaicans are generally proud, resilient, and are free to stand up for themselves. So, you know, in America, you know, in the United States of America, because there's no, when I tell about North and South, you know, as a Jamaican, may I tell you, there's no North and South in America. It's the United States of America. As I said, and I said it before already, and I say it again, the north, up north, and down south is the same. They have the same philosophy. The only difference is that the racism is not overt, it's covert, but it still exists. No matter what all the Democrat them, because them hate black people just the same way. Because who you see them are oppressed right now? All of the black people them in a Democratic Party, you know, them can't be themselves, you know, because them still a slave same way, although them in a Congress. Because when them are tell when all a black man I go tell a next black man say, boy, a black man can't be a woman. All them think they are lie, so you're a slave, so you're a traitor to your own people. So all of them think they, so black people still not free in America. Them still not free mentally. And even the brainwashing of the youth them right now and them thing there. Where this whole heap of confusion. Man, I don't know how them people are so wicked rasta. And that's wickedness that turn up at a different level. Oh, you gotta tell, you know, yeah, boy, I tell you, no man. Them things are wickedness, and you know, the amount of things, the amount of wickedness that they are doing right now. But we're continuing the journey, you know. You understand? So black people in America have suffered more from racism in America than elsewhere. And we say that without any apologies as a Jamaican. Because based on what we have read and what we experience in America. So they have endured all forms of terrorism, economic, financial, racial and physical terrorism. No other race or group has experienced the black experience of living in America as African Americans and black Americans. Since black people were brought to America as enslaved people, black people have been subjected to racism and discrimination. They were denied fundamental human rights such as rights to vote, the rights to own property, and the rights to an education. That's why we, at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we that's why we beg the black people them enough to read. When we watch the news and see that Overtown, Broward County and all those places where black people I kill them one another, where I say, you know, so if them love each other, if black people love each other, them won't kill each other. Because if you kill somebody will look like you, when you come from a point where your ancestors have to die for you your freedom, and now you have freedom and all you think about is to kill the next black man, you know, you're supposed to uplift each other and unite as a community, all because of the same thing, ego. Boy, man, I ain't taking no disrespect from the punk and the nigga. You don't want that, man. And there's nobody in the black community who are a leader in a positive way. The thing is that now, we have some black... we at the Jamaican Young Police, we call them bosses slave, like the Al Sharpton and all them people and Ben Crump. Because what they have been doing, you know, them feed on black people suffering when black people get killed. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Them no come out and tell the black people, them say, hey, stop kill each other. Beg them for stop this. Tell them, say, hey, look, you know, police stop you stop. We know, say something. We see it, you know. We see which part a black man in the name Philander steal, you know. You not can steal, you know. Police stop him and him say him have a gun and the police kill him and them like the policeman, one Spanish man in Minnesota. So in America, when you're black and them thing there, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You understand? So it's just education. So we continue the journey, you know, them black people, man, I tell you, in America. So they were forced to work in slave labor camps and beaten and killed if they resisted. No other race of people in America have been through that. So when a guy will compare black people to other people where I said them born, so who care about them? We don't say no black, we don't say no other group of people in America in the history of this world have been through what black people go through. Black people are from the continent of Africa. You understand? And they were brought to America. And they have been subjugated to all kind of terrorism. And to this day, 2023, the black man still not free. Because guess what? Are the same black people them now are enslaved the black people them in America. Even the black university them. Because of money. And if you don't go along with the oppressors as a black man, you're labeled a troublemaker for saying the right thing and doing the right thing. Because the truth not exists, you know. Everything is all about lies. You understand? Them say, yeah, you must be truthful, but truthful is where them tell you are true. For them I tell you, say, when them say, this is true, although it's a lie, and you go against the grade, boy, you're the bad guy now. Economic terrorism for you. And then blacklist you and put a asterisk beside your name. I saw it go. So I just say devil at work and them thing there. You understand? Some people are going to survive, some not, some won't. Guys, it's coming in, you know. All of this computer stuff and them thing there, because money, it's a reach a point, you know, where you don't even have, you're not going to touch money, you know. Everything, you know, is just going to be out there, you know. So a man can be billionaire, you know, and next thing him not have nothing, because you just press a button and it gone. And who you can afford to and them thing there, I just saw it go. You understand? Because I them control the system, so I just pay thief free I go on and them thing there. Because them, you understand? So the civil rights movements of the 1960s helped to achieve some progress of black people, but racism is still a significant problem in America. Today, August 9th, 2023, black people are still more likely to be poor, unemployed, and incarcerated than white people. So the system is designed against the black man in America. So you just have to know to navigate around it. You understand? They are also more likely to be a victim of police violence. Black people in America are police violence. Not from the black police, but from white police. And as we tell you before, there's no North and South America. It's the United States of America. Everywhere in America is the same. Because you don't feel say, boy, a black man will get better treatment from the police in New York. No, and I saw it go on them thing. It's the same thing, it's a mindset. Because you have to understand that racism is a disease, you know. It's something that has been taught, it's genetic, and it's been passed on to the next offspring, and them continue it. Those, the ones them who are trying to change it. If you know, these are the ones who are from Western Europe, the ones who are from Eastern Europe. So you see the video that I show, all of those men that were that, them can't dance, you know, them only try because them not dancing to the beat. You know, for asking, if you do a DNA, you know, they are from Eastern Europe. Yeah, they are the low IQ white people in Europe. The people who are from Eastern Europe. They are not progressive. So them still in the caveman thinking. You know, we continue the journey. So the black, you know, so the black experience in America is pain, suffering, and discrimination. It is the story of resilience and strength in the face of adversity. It is a story that needs to be told and heard so that we can work to create a more just and equitable society for all people. Sipho Bennett killed one white man and injured another on the 4th of July 2023 at a convenience store in Florida, when they made the mistake of calling him a nigger and threatening to kill him. Wrong time to see a Jamaican come to America and start to grow dreads. You know, say the system will get to him brain, and it's only take one thing for the explosion to happen. So when someone is trained to use firearm, they develop muscle memory that allow them to quickly and accurately return fire in dangerous situation. And that is what Sipho Bennett did. This is because the training process involves repeated practice of the same movement until they become automatic. As a result, when faced with a threat, they can draw their weapon and fire without thinking about it. This can be a lifesaver in a life or death situation, and that's what happened to Sipho. That's why him tell them same fee say them are go for gun, cause them tell him so them are go for them gun. So he's doing the thing to prevent them from continuing the action. But him that jail cause him black. You understand? And them are try everything to send him a prison, you know, cause they are black man. When you're black, you're not supposed to defend yourself in America. You understand? But if it was a white man that did that, him would be a hero. But a black man, oh dear you. Remember saying in Florida, you know, you don't need no concealed permit for carrying a gun, you know. And then they never say if you're a resident or you're a visitor or what. But we know, so more or less you have to be a resident or a citizen here. You know, you understand? However, it is essential to note that muscle memory can be also a liability. If someone is trained to use a firearm in a certain way, they may be more likely to use it that way, even if it's not the safest or most appropriate way. For example, if someone is trained always to shoot to kill, they may be more likely to do so, even if the situation could be de-escalated without violence. It is essential for people trained to use firearms to be aware of the potential risks of muscle memory and to be able to override it when necessary. This can be done through training in de-escalation techniques and using force option other than deadly force. Just because someone looks dirty does not mean that they are an idiot. So them mistake, the mistake that a big mistake where they making, and them see Sipho Bennett in them look dirty, and them say boy is a mad black man, black you understand that they must say. And many people who are trained soldiers come from humble background and may not have the resources to look their best. This does not mean that they are not intelligent or capable. Sipho Bennett, the man who killed 2 white men in Florida after they called him a racial slur, was a trained soldier in Jamaica. He was not an idiot. He was a man who was defending himself against racism and violence. It is important to remember that appearance can be deceiving. We should not judge people based on their appearance, but on their actions and words. Racism is a disease. It is a disease that infects people's minds and heart, causing them to see others as less than human because of their race or ethnicity. Racism can lead to discrimination, violence, and even genocide. Racism is a learned behavior, not something that people are born with. It is taught to us by our families, our friends, and our society. We need to work together to unlearn racism and create a more just and equitable world. That if white people want to do that, they are the ones who are behind it, you know. Because black people love everybody and everybody don't love black people. And when we say that without any apologies. We know that racism is a learned behavior. You understand? So here are some things that we can do to fight racism. Educate ourselves about racism and its history. That's why we tell black people to read. If you read the philosophy of Marcus Garvey said and all those things. Everything that Marcus Garvey has said more than 100 years ago is relevant in America today's date. And we're going to keep telling black people that them things say, boy, we crazy. It is relevant. It is as relevant as it was then. Nothing changes. So with these books, once you have these books, you are prepared to be successful in America. We know some people racist. Not all white people are racist. Some white people are good. Yes. I cannot say that you have good white. When I was in the military, you have some good white people who helped me. Good white people. And you have some white people who are just plain evil. Even today's date, you have good people that work in BCNR, and you have racist people who just hate you because you're black and you stand up for your rights. I see him thing in a VA system too. You understand? So that's why if you don't love to read and don't love to write, you will lose your rights and they will do everything. You understand? Racism exists in America, but it's how you deal with it. And as a black person, them always try, if you get you in a trouble, them you have your rights and if you give up your rights, that's what they want. It's to destroy you. So you have to be careful as a black person. So, we can't fight racism, challenge racist language and behavior when we see it. Stand up for people who are being discriminated against. Support organizations that are working to fight racism. I can tell you as a black man in America, and I can tell all black people in America. You see the NAACP, them only help black people in time as something become public. And that's when them use it to advance them organization. But guess what? You say if you are one of them people there, we say boy, you is a man, and then you say boy you're a woman, the NAACP will defend the man we say my woman than the black man. I just saw it go. The ACLU, I see him thing. There's nobody in America will defend black people. All black people get help is because I'm media. Them the organization don't help black people. So don't be fooled. The NAACP is not there to help black people. It's only there for black people vote and all of them things there. Vote against them own interest. Because, hey look man, remember right now black people, it's been the biggest oppressor in America right now for black people. I see them, I educated black people them, You can't talk against them, because they are working for the slave owners who are the white people. See them here. So black people are free in America, Even the blacks university them. When you pick them when the children them go at these black universities, them come out, them go in and come out messed up. Man I tell us boy man can't be woman and all them things. And them I tell us you have all 300 sexes. I saw them have black people in America. So that's why them not like black Jamaicans. You can't tell a Jamaican say boy you have more than 2 sex. That's a problem that. And I can tell you say some look man, some serious thing going happening in this world, Right now, Jamaican and all them really upset with America. And the only reason, why Joe Biden win the last election is because Donald Trump is a buffoon, You understand? You say if it's not done, if Chris Christie get the nomination, I can't tell you say Democrat Party because him a go win it. Because you see what Joe Biden did the other day with Jamaica and this same sex where he might try impose on Jamaica. That's alone make Jamaican we vote for Chris Christie. I tell you that. You think Jamaican people have been through so many things over the years since slavery. Those things are genetic, Remember I said Jamaican, men, were raped by white men, brutally, So all of them things are embedded in and most Jamaicans don't even know that, that the reason why It's genetic. Anytime to black people, them think they're despicable behavior, you know, because them use it as a weapon and terrorize black people, black men, them, you know, on a plantation, you know. I know how now you want to normalize something where you use and terrorize black people. But them now try it with the Arabs, so that's why the Jamaicans, them now, Saudi Arabia and America are the biggest trading partner, you know, but Saudi Arabia hate America, you know. I can't tell you that, you know. You say if it's Saudi, them get them foot in America and get to build more mosque and get more Muslim in Jamaica, America can't get America all in Jamaica go gone. Because Saudi Arabia have the money and them know and Jamaica are licky people and they just take them away from the American. You understand? I am just telling you that. So, yeah, you know, so we say organization, when they come out to organization for different black, they don't have none in America. The only kind of people that them organization defend is the alphabet mafia community. So if you're an apartheid, nobody thinks you're black. You're black in America, you're on your own. A TV station or video, and it have to go viral for you to get any form of help from any white lawyer out there or Ben Crump. Otherwise, you're on your own. Because NAACP and ACLU and all them things, they not help you. You're on your own in America when you're black. And if you're not a lawyer, dog name your supper. Because the lawyer is there. From your black, you know, the lawyer is there for work against you too. So I just, you, if you know, say, just like Sipho Bennett, somebody if you start a GoFundMe for him and help him and them thing, if him get a good lawyer for come out. I can't bet you any money right now. Nobody remember him, you know, because him black, you know, and hey, he's an immigrant. And the Jamaican, them not even, you understand what I'm saying? But, you know, we continue the journey. So they must say vote for politicians who support racial justice. Boy, none of them not support it, you know. Yeah, all you see the Democrats are going on them thing now. One agenda the Democrats have, and it's against black people. And black people, who black people are going to vote to? Because two of them, none of them are black people, friend. Because one of them are oppressed black people, and the next one I tell us, boy, I mean, I like you, you know. You understand? So black in America, a black man and a friend. But still, a black man does all him knows and vote for the Democrat. Because I say, boy, at least I better the evil and him thing there. I just say, yeah, I just facts. So we can all make a difference in the fight against racism. Let's work together to create a world where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. Not every black person is a walking time bomb. However, it is also true that racism and discrimination can be a very traumatic experience for black people. When black people are constantly called names and harassed, it can make them feel unsafe in their own skin. This can lead to anger, rage, and a sense of being constantly threatened. In the case of Sipho Bennett, it is possible that he was feeling threatened and afraid when he was called a racial slur and threatened with violence. He may feel like he had no choice but to defend himself. Stand your ground laws are designed to protect people from imminent danger, and that is what Sipho Bennett did. However, it is essential to remember that these laws are not a license to kill. People who use stand your ground laws must still be able to prove that they were in reasonable fear of death or serious bodily harm. In the case of Sipho Bennett, the judge can determine without it even go to a juror that there was stand your ground law. And you hear the people them at the convenience store, they support Sipho Bennett and say he was defending himself. And our white people them this, you know. These are white people who have conscience. You understand? This is not racism. These white people are honest and decent and ethical white people. But you know the white community is going to, yeah, well, say the boy them a traitor because I show them not a lie. People who use stand your ground law must still be able to prove that they were in reasonable fear of death or serious bodily harm. You understand? So a judge can do it without it even go to the jury. But you know, in black, you know, so you know, say the man can't convict him in Florida if him have a good lawyer for fight for him, you know. So the jury will consider all of the evidence, including the circumstances of shooting, Bennett's state of mind, and the history of racism and discrimination in the United States. It is important to remember that racism is real. It's a real problem in the United States of America. Black people are disproportionately targeted by police violence and are more likely to be victims of hate crimes. This can create a climate of fear and intimidation that can make black people feel unsafe. It is also important to remember that stand your ground laws does not solve racism. We know that. These laws can justify violence, and even when it is not justified. We need to work to create a society where black people do not feel like they have to defend themselves with violence. We need to create a community where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. So you say if the man did respect the man and them thing there, you know, just the man not trouble you, just leave the man alone and them go there and start trouble the man, you know. And that's why, you know, and I threaten him so they might kill him. But I just hope that the judge just release Sipho Bennett, because Sipho Bennett is an innocent man. The man was defending himself. So I just hope all of these Donald Trump voters, you know that it's not every black man you can say trouble and threaten with violence and you're able to just walk away and them thing there. Sipho Bennett has shown us, say, look here, it's not every black man that's same. Yeah, black people have been passive for years and them thing there. And one life we have, and seem like how you love your life, we love our life too. We don't support violence. You understand? We believe in saving lives. That's what we're all about. So we don't support no white man for call a black man a name and a threaten him and vice versa. We're supposed to see each other from you have 2 and 2 eye, 2 foot, and you can understand what I am saying. We are brothers and sisters. This hatred of being superior, because if we are talking about superiority, the only race of people in this world, them say come from everybody a black man. And the black man now push it on nobody and say we superior to nobody. So I don't know how them come by this lie. Yeah man, it's time. This is 2023 man. We need to live together as one and tear down this border of racism. Yeah. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.